Hello, I am number 4. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. But we do a little Ghost Files reaction this evening. The Ghostly Prisoners of Alcatraz. Take a little break from true crime. I'm a bit true crimed out at the moment. Plus, I know they announced Mystery Files not too long ago, so I'm very excited about that. Starts in May. Haven't given a date, but just May. So without further ado, let's get spooky. I had to put my hair away. Tuck it behind the headphones. I was looking a bit like a female Repzilla, and that was freaking me out. Anyway, let's get into it. Why can't I speak today? Jeez Louise. Let's get into the video, shall we?
This is the privilege of a lifetime.
Temperature.
I do really like, I know we've not even gotten to the video, but I do really like the graphic design that they've done for the series and for the channel generally. I think they've done a really good job. I'm very proud of them.
Is now going way up. It's spiking. What's that noise? Someone walking around?
I'm here to find ghosts. Do you know that you're dead?
I heard a scream. Oh, shit.
Oh, I forgot about the red phone and video messages and stuff like that. I do really like how they've set up the layout of the episodes. It's really good. I'll pause it for a second. So I just had to mess around with the framing because yeah, it was looking a little bit weird. The intro. Again, the artwork is really great. Very atmospheric. Did I say atmospheric?
Welcome to Ghost Files, where we take your evidence and our tools into the field to expose the supernatural. My partner, a skeptic. Myself, a believer. Both of us, truth seekers. This week, our team travels to San Francisco, California to investigate Alcatraz Island.
Alcatraz. That's gotta be one intimidating whole island, isn't it? My goodness.
You know, I gotta say, out of all the places we've ever gone, this might be the most majestic intro we've ever had. More lead up.
Beautiful.
This is one of the few places where I can't run away
I've
from the
actually been to
location.
San
I'll just
Francisco.
run straight into the ocean.
Here's a really nice city.
The islands.
That's Alcatraz, baby.
It's Alcatraz.
No turning back now.
This looks like a nightmarish level on Call of Duty. I think it is, actually.
Let's hop in.
Seems like the kind of place that we on Call of Duty.
Sequels, that's kind of fun. See? Find positives. Find positives about the island. Poops on my head, that's a negative, so don't think about that.
We don't like that.
Alcatraz Island initially
Although they do say seagulls pooping on your head is good luck. I don't know why. I think they're just trying to turn lemons into lemonade there.
started as a military fortress with over 100 cannons installed on the island and a place to hold military prisoners. By the early 1900s, its main purpose shifted towards a military prison, and by 1933, it was used.
Well, I think it was originally used by the First Nations people for some sort of sacred site. Actually, Mr. Bagara. But that's just me being a nitpicky little nerd.
Used as a maximum security prison used to hold the most incorrigible inmates in federal prisons, aka the most violent and dangerous criminals of its time.
From Al Capone to the Birdman, this place was a veritable who's who for historical a-holes. Don't want to be there.
No, you're gonna do it because you're a brave guy.
I've heard of the Birdman of Alcatraz, but I don't really know anything about him. I wonder if they'll have some sort of, because they usually do some sort of information on notable ghosts and things like that. So they'll probably have some info on them there somewhere.
The prison sits 1.5 miles off the San Francisco shoreline on 22 acres of jagged rock. earning it the very matter-of-fact nickname, The Rock. Has The Rock ever visited The Rock?
I think he was born there.
Places of note include 4 cell blocks, a hospital, an administrative building, and a rec yard. And overall, the prison was big enough to hold 336 prisoners.
It's a lot of
The island
prisoners.
prison had the reputation as being inescapable, though many tried. 8 definitively dying doing so, and 3 possibly succeeding.
We've also placed cameras and audio recorders in 2 of the more active parts of the building in hopes that we catch activity when we're elsewhere. One looking down a
notification on my
large
phone,
cell
just
block
bear with me.
area
And we're back. So,
referred to as Broadway, and another in the hospital wing.
The worst part of the building is said to be in cell block D, which along with other solitary confinement cells, also contains the most horrible punishment cell, unaffectionately known as the Hole, where some believe an inmate was killed by
you never want to reside in a place called the Hole, do you? Not good.
supernatural causes.
And
Oh, wait a minute.
finally, to end the and another in the hospital wing.
Sorry.
The worst part of the building, unaffectionately known as the Hole, where some believe an inmate was killed by supernatural causes.
And finally, to end the investigation, Shane and I will
indeed.
each be forced to explore the entire prison one at a time because I hate myself.
Any questions, big boy?
No, this is a prison.
Have you been to Alcatraz?
You
It's a
know, I've been to
prison.
more prisons than I ever
Former
thought I would
prison.
be, but I've
Really?
never been to Alcatraz. I've spied it from the shore.
Oh, there's a bunch of seals by
Moth.
that place too.
Boy, do they love rolling around.
They
in the
do love
sun.
rolling around and slapping each other. I wonder if the
Seals are
prisoners
so
can see that.
cute.
I don't know, but if so, lock me up. I'd love to just jump out there and join them one of these days. Just get all slick, roll
Yeah.
around.
I don't know about that part,
Yeah.
but
Have you ever been?
I have been to Alcatraz. I went once as a young boy.
What did they lock you up for?
Very good, very good. Too much cotton candy at the boardwalk.
Eagle.
Alrighty, well, I think we covered the layout. Without further ado, the investigation begins.
Our first room we'll visit is the shower room. Not surprisingly, this is where the inmates shower.
Oh,
but not
yeah,
all
good
activities
things
here
do
was
not go
mundane,
down in the
as
shower
there were
rooms.
2 separate
from
occasions
what
of an
I
inmate
hear.
being stabbed to death in
Yeah,
this room.
lots of
Maurice Herring
shanking.
in 1942 and Edward Galvin
And
in the
other
adjoining
activities.
laundry room in 1957.
Let's shower, boys. All right, starting off the investigation in the shower room, which was a very dangerous place to be.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Hello, folks. My name is Ryan,
I'm Shane.
and we're here tonight just to hang out and hopefully talk to some of you nice people.
Relative.
Well,
Both
no
looking
need-
very
No need to
stylish
judge them.
in
right?
this series,
everybody can
aren't
be
they?
reformed.
They did their time. They did their
Fashionable
time,
boys.
Right?
Well, if there's anybody here that would like to reach
These
out
little
to us, can you
chest
make your
cameras
presence
I've
known?
got.
Can you say something?
High tech.
Can you move something? Hell, you can even touch us.
Wouldn't invite that. On.
I got myself a little
Guess you'll
doohickey here. It's called a
results.
spirit box.
The spirit box rapidly scans
Good
radio
old spirit
signals to
box.
create white noise through which spirits can communicate, and the honeytone filters out the noise while amplifying only the voices.
Okay.
All right.
Sticky.
My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane. Hi, Ryan.
Kind of sounded like hi, Ryan.
I'm Shane. I'm Shane.
Can you say either of our names back to us? But you kind of already did that. So you let us know you would like to communicate. What? What's your name?
Hey.
Kind of sounded like that was a haha hello.
Hello. Can you tell me your name? Right now I'm reaching out to Edward Galvin. What was that? Can you say that again?
Let's say touch me? Or something?
Oh my god, it actually repeated what? What was that? Can you say that again? Oh my god, it actually repeated what?
That's it?
Sensitive?
I thought sensitive, yeah. Second time listening definitely sounds like sensitive to me.
sensitive. We have this. We got a chatty one.
Am I?
Oh, I keep on pausing it right in the middle of them talking, sorry. It does definitely sound like the same voice that keeps coming through as well, so that's good.
Talking to Edward Galvin right now. Could you say yes or no?
Galvin?
It did kind of sound like Galvin, actually.
Maurice Herring, what happened to you in this room?
I died?
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if Shane is just humouring him in this. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting if even Shane is like picking up on it. But we'll see. We'll see what he says.
Our next room is the visitation room, where prisoners would visit with loved ones. And yet, despite such a tender history, this room is home to perhaps the most famous photo of an apparition in the entire prison.
The photo was taken in 2014
Love
by
good
two
ghost photo.
tourists from England named Sheila Sillery Walsh and Paul Rice, and appears to show the face of a woman in a hairstyle from the 1930s or 1940s. Who this woman is and why she showed up to Alcatraz Ghost Picture Day is a mystery.
Ghost picture.
Whoa!
That's a bit freaky, isn't it? That might just be something on the glass, but it could also be something there as well, couldn't it? Looks like an alien type figure. Spindly head there and a little... Oops. Little freaky body. That's definitely interesting. Bit distorted, but, I mean, you can't ask for a clearer ghost photo than that, really, can you? Like, flipping heck.
Now, as you can see,
That's a lady.
there's clearly a lady there with
That'd be a lady.
1930s, 40s style.
She looks like she's in black and white. They're really selling it.
This is one of those instances where, yeah, it's either shopped or it's there. It seems that this person is aware of the presence. I find it a very unnerving photo. It's actually one of the more famous ghost photos that I've seen on the internet.
Is that
Yeah.
And it was taken just by two
I've not
British
seen it
tourists.
before.
But that's not the only piece of evidence that we have for this room. Audience investigator Mashawa Gwendon also captured an image of her own.
Hi, my name's Michelle and I have evidence from Alcatraz. So when I was in the visiting room, I had my family take a picture of me through the little window.
Oh. So that does look like a hand, doesn't it? Is this something, or is that just like the print on her sweatshirt? I've only circled this part, so.
It looks like there's a hand that's pretty distinct from the sun glare that looks like it's pulling down on my audio lanyard.
Two very clear images of what is perhaps an apparition. Let's see if we can get one ourselves.
It's
Okay, so I'm already
crazy.
seeing my
Well, I guess that would be like a really emotionally charged area, wouldn't it? If you're visiting with family and things like that. So, I mean, that's one thing they do say about the stone tape theory, they call it. If there are ghosts, that they're just repeating energies of events that have happened in that area. And it's like recorded in the actual, I don't know if it's the physical structure or just like the energy. You know what I mean? Definitely kind of goes along with that theory then. If, yeah, as I say, it's a very emotionally charged area. If that's the only sort of contact you get with the outside world, yeah. I would say.
my reflection because of the light.
That makes sense.
But I will say in the photo, you see a full face that's in 19...
Oh, off. Hello. Hello. Off me. Why does this look so different? Maybe it's just the way the light's shining in. You know, it could just be... Well, that's definitely light coming in from a window up there, but what's this? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
1930s garb, and the British tourists who caught the photo definitely were not dressed like that. So
Sort of like a Betty Boop type.
essentially, yeah. And actually, in the one with the tourist, Shane, there was one of a girl on the other side. So let's get you on the other side of the
Okay.
glass.
I would love to. You know, I love it when we do sort of a little role play situation.
Yeah, like
Oh, goofballs. Just looking at the differences. Yeah, definitely don't see anything in the glass there. There's a little bit of a glare, but Nothing out of the ordinary, is there?
Okay, I'd
Kish,
love it
kish.
if you'd stop smooching at me, because I don't think that adds anything.
My husband is a murderer.
All right, so we are now on the
To be fair, that'd be pretty freaking sad, not gonna lie.
opposite side of the visitation window. This is where, obviously, the visitors from the outside would be standing when they visit
They're honeys.
their honeys.
And they're sicko.
Or their sons. I guess that could also be a honey.
I guess it could be a lot of
Sweetheart.
people, yeah.
And we have our REM pod out there. And it is freaking out because I was just close to it.
The REM pod creates its own circular electromagnetic field and will alarm when anything penetrates that field. The more colors on the alarm, the more significant the intrusion. The REM pod also detects temperature fluctuations.
Hi, it's good to see you. We're your acquaintance that you.
Your adopted brothers.
That's right. Anyway, we hopped the boat and crossed the bay to chat with you here, and we'd love to see you fondle the pod if you can.
If you could just step closer to the window.
Fondle the pod.
There's no way out. You hear me? But if you fondle the pod, maybe.
Why does it always fondle the pod? Can't
Well,
you
that's
just
what
get...
they gotta do.
Well, they just gotta get close to the pod. There's nothing about it in the instruction manual that requires fondling. Could you please fondle the pod so he stops doing that with his fingers?
Come on now. A little something.
Jesus Christ. Oh, and you got them to light up the pod.
Nice.
I can't believe that worked.
Thank you.
They
That-
did indeed
dare I say
fondle the
excite
pod.
you? How about this?
Okay.
You have permission to touch my hand if you want to make contact.
Ah! No, thank you.
I think we're done here.
I think so.
Oh, just thinking about that just makes me cringe. It's the worst thing. It's like having to step your foot out of bed at night or stick your hand into somewhere dark or something like that. It feels so vulnerable and exposed.
So far, I feel like they're pulling their punches a little bit.
Maybe.
But we haven't gone in the cell block proper yet.
Pull their punches a little bit. I mean, I'd say up to this point, you probably got more evidence than quite a lot of like ghost hunting shows on TV. I mean, they had quite a few potential EVPs from the spirit box and the fondling of the pod. So, gotta adjust them expectations, Ryan.
That's where it all goes
Give yourself a
down.
pat on the back.
Our next area is cell 402C, which is supposedly haunted by a former guard named Officer William Miller, who was shot to death in this cell by inmate Joe Kretzer during an attempted prison break in 1946.
How did he get a gun? I mean, I can understand being shanked, but that's gotta suck getting shot to death. Suppose back then they don't have metal detectors or anything like that. You can probably get something smuggled in pretty easily, but yeah. Sucks to be that guard. Sauce guy.
It's here that a photo was captured of a disembodied leg by a visitor to Alcatraz and was posted to ghoststudy.com. But is this of an inmate or perhaps a guard?
Oh, interesting. I think they did wear white jumpsuits in Alcatraz as well, so it lines up, doesn't it?
Such as Officer William Miller.
I thought when you said disembodied leg, we were dealing with sort of a.
I mean, that is a leg. There's a leg that goes
Yeah,
up.
I guess I thought it would be sort of sexy.
Sexy
but,
legs.
That's cool too.
Well,
My
I'm sorry
God,
the
look at her
evidence wasn't
shame.
sexy enough for you. I guess we'll have to get that thrill elsewhere.
Two of them.
There's two legs, yeah. I personally think that they look like inmate legs, which is interesting because that is
They do.
likely
Very much got that like standard issue shoe going on there, don't they? So
the point of Officer Miller as he looked through the bars when Joe Kretzer shot him. Just capturing some photos. Let's see if we can reach out to Officer Miller. Okay, Officer Miller. Just want to say, sorry what happened to you happened to you.
Is there anything that you would like to say that was unsaid that day? Maybe one last message?
Sorry,
Simply, if
yawning.
there's anybody here with us, please let your presence be known. You could rap on those prison bars. You could touch one of us.
You could slam the door shut. Lock.
You could touch one of us.
You could slam the door shut. Lock us in here.
I would not like that at all.
The door shut. Lock us in.
What the heck are runny you guys? Thought I'd just hop on here and say a little something instead of inserting a button of text. But yeah, how crazy is that? It's a ghost inception. I mean, I've been thinking about it. I've been racking my brain to think of where that voice may have come from. I mean, I do live in the UK, so there's lots of British children around, and that child, if it is a child, definitely has a British accent. But my neighbours, when you hear them, it's definitely muffled. It's not clear like that. And if there was somebody out on the street, a lot more muffled as well. So it was very clear. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is maybe I left like a pair of headphones on, and somehow something came on them somewhere in the room. But I mean, there was nothing playing on my phone. The only thing playing on the computer was obviously the video we were watching, so I don't know, it's very spooky. I'm kind of stoked, as you can probably tell. What's interesting to me is this is as loud as I can make it on my editing software, which is really annoying, but I think it says something like there's someone there, and if you keep watching the video, I say some sort of interjection about like not wanting to be locked in a cell. They're obviously trying to speak to somebody in the cell, aren't they? And after that, there's an EVP that they catch. So I don't know. I just thought it was very interesting and pretty cool. It's so spooky and cool. How much would that suck? One thing worse than, you know, being scared by a ghost in Alcatraz, it's being scared by a ghost who's also locked you in a jail cell in Alcatraz. The scariest prison on the planet. Well, maybe not on the planet. I'm pretty sure there's some messed up Russian prisons somewhere, but it's up there.
Like that at all, actually.
Oh. I took it back. I just heard bip bip bip. Spooky.
Doesn't seem like we're getting much in here, and I don't think anybody's home.
Yeah, it might be the walls are very thick. So.
I wonder if they were talking to the officer who was killed. Why would he say something like, I took it back? Maybe he took something from the prisoner, and that's what prompted them to kill him? He said it was during a prison escape attempt. Oh, probably reading too much into that one.
So maybe it's just,
Or it's just not active right now. Not everything has to be a home run. How about a single?
Our next room is in the C Block utility corridor, where hopeful escapees Bernard Paul Coy, Joseph Kretzer, and Marvin Hubbard were shot to death during a last stand.
Oh dear.
Perhaps their trapped spirits remain.
They found them in the utility corridor.
Okay. Not a great place to die.
Looking different.
I don't want to die in a corridor,
I don't want to die.
please.
Ever.
you want to watch the sun?
I was gonna
And
say,
watch everyone you've ever
everybody's,
Die.
yeah.
How do you know I haven't already done that?
What do we got here? Mr. Baboon?
This is a REM pod. So my idea is if we could get these fellas to walk towards this door, we might pick up on them.
Hey,
Bernard.
Bernard.
He was the
Bernard.
ringleader.
Hey, Bernard. Come on out.
Ooh.
But that was freaky.
I mean, how close? Yeah.
No, I don't think so, man.
All right. Freaky,
That was
freaky.
weird.
Some freaky
He
stuff
seems to be
there. This
responding to
guy's-
your voice.
Yeah.
If that's one of you, could you come a little bit closer? Just come to the, just think about it. Just touch the door handle.
Just gently graze the knob.
That was very good, but I'm gonna need you to get all the way through that door. That's it.
Give it a good. Come on now. Jab it.
That was good. I think the first episode, the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, one of the best pieces of evidence they got, in my opinion, was with the REM pod again. So, interesting.
What's that noise? Someone walking
Uh-oh.
around?
Spooky.
Well, that is a jumpy little pod over there, huh?
No, someone's moving around, seriously. Someone. Maybe it's something wrestling around outside. Nope.
Oh,
Well,
footsteps.
What the fuck, dude? There's some.
Okay, last chance, fellas.
Spooky.
Temperature just went up.
Oh.
Temperature is now going way up. It's spiking.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna give you 15 seconds.
I think that's one of the scariest things with ghosts. Like, when it's cold, you know, oh, it's a bit spooky. But when it gets hot, you automatically start to think, like, demonic, don't you? Which is scary as hell.
Seconds of silence to say anything you want. This is your floor. Ready? Go. Okay, we're gonna leave now. But we're gonna be here longer. I hope I don't see you later.
I do like how it definitely lends credibility to the evidence that they do get, because they show all the times that they don't get anything as well. So, props to you boys.
Tell you what, if you believe in ghosts, you gotta be thinking you're not alone in this place.
The next part of the building
He's
we'll
just trying to
explore was
freak him
referred
out,
to
I think,
as
bless him.
Broadway by the guards, and is the large corridor between C block and B block. This area is said to be home to footsteps, sobbing, strange smells, and apparitions. One guard even claims a
Stinky.
group of Native American spirits was spotted here, which actually may make sense since the island was allegedly used by the Ohlone tribe as a way to banish those who broke tribal law.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought it was a sacred space, but that would suck, to be banished to an island in the middle of the harbor. Well, technically, it was a prison then. Interesting.
This island was a prison before they ever built a prison on it.
Freaky!
Which is the first time I've ever heard of anything like that.
I guess you get a rocky old island out in the bay. You might as well use it for something miserable.
You had to, Jack Sparrow somebody.
Yeah.
Well, this is Broadway.
It is interesting, though. I mean, like they say, there is a logical explanation of it just being very isolated and a very good place to, strand somebody, essentially. But also kind of interesting.
This is obviously, I guess, kind of like the main hallway between B block and C block. And it said that this is a very active area. I mean, you could obviously see that
This is the party.
this is where it's all happening.
Yeah.
So party's
So what
going
we're gonna
down.
Yeah.
Is we're going to do another Estes Spirit Box session where we're going to use you as
Oh, I
the
love it when they
speaker
do this.
for the Spirit Box. You have noise canceling headphones on. You're going to say whatever you hear, and you're not going to hear any of my questions. And I'm going
Okay.
to use you as a vessel to talk to me.
I am the vessel.
So stand in the center of Broadway.
I am the antenna. Oh, how's this fucking thing work?
I'll help you.
Fucking thing sucks. Oh, there it goes. I'm off to the races.
My name is Ryan.
World's finest.
I'm going to speak a little
Oh.
bit quieter because I could be talking to anybody in here. Can you tell me your name?
I just knocked the cord for the microphone, so I'm just going to make sure it's still recording. Ah! Poop! I'm glad I watched that back, because I just realized the video itself was actually really quiet on the computer. I'm recording, so soz. I've cranked it right up. I keep on doing that. Dang it.
Name.
Air.
I don't think that's your name. Your name is not Air.
Can you tell me what year it is?
The last name?
7. Girl.
7. Is that what cell number you're in?
Eddie.
107. Okay, I'm at 7.
What's your name?
Sparkling.
Are you just fucking with me now? What's your name?
Funny.
It's not funny, actually. It's an opportunity.
Funny that they're messing with him,
Shirt
possibly.
hag.
Shirt hag?
Shirt.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh my god, what is happening right now? My name is Ryan. Could you say Ryan back?
Right now? Caca. Burnt car.
All right, Shaney boy.
We done? It's really nice to just go wherever that takes me. Like, I feel like I just slept for like 8 hours.
No, you're real present, right? It's almost like meditative.
It's like I'm not present at all.
As our crew was leaving Broadway, our audio recorder that we left behind picked up this voice. And later in the night, we picked up this disembodied voice.
Oh, I didn't like that at all. Oh, let's listen to it again.
Back.
Right now? At all.
As our crew was leaving Broadway, our audio There's
Dang it.
Are these perhaps the voices of prisoners that remain
I don't know if that was actually a word. It just sounded like a growling type of menacing.
locked in their cells? There's no telling how many people lost their lives in the hospital wing, and that's ignoring the fact that it now looks like Arkham Asylum. One particularly famous inmate who spent most of his time in the hospital is convicted murderer Robert Stroud, though most people know Stroud by his nickname, the Birdman. As his published book while at Alcatraz, Stroud's digest on the diseases of birds was said to be considered, quote, an important work in the field, end quote.
It's a nice case for, rehabilitation.
I mean,
You go from a murderer to writing nice books about birds.
well, he
Beautiful.
also did do some murdering in prison.
Yeah, but also wrote about birds. This is quite lovely.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of nice. There is something that's kind of
Pass the
endearing about a
time.
very dangerous, scary murderer loving birds. So this
Was he the one? I don't know if you watching this have seen Mindhunter on Netflix. I remember there was a bird guy. Was that Stroud? I have to look. No, it wasn't him. It was Richard Speck. Different guy. I thought it, sounded quite a bit different because the guy in Mindhunter didn't necessarily seem capable of writing a book about ornithology, let's just say that. Back to the video.
is the hospital wing. I gotta say, I don't like it.
Yeah, there's something sort of
I
unnerving
don't
about
like it.
a gurney or a medical table, huh?
Also, a lot of patients lost their mind here, unfortunately, including one Al Capone. The Birdman spent a lot of time in this hospital wing, so maybe we might find both of those guys. Which is
Oh,
why I
that-
have my handy dandy.
That's a creepy place to have a face in the middle of the night.
The Ovulus here. The Ovulus takes environmental readings that spirits are said to manipulate, such as temperature or electromagnetic fields, and converts them into corresponding words or phonetic sounds. How's it going? My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane.
Can anybody in this hospital say our name back to us? How about Al Capone? Or the Birdman? Did you enjoy some hydrotherapy?
I don't think hydrotherapy in prison would be as relaxing as it is on the outside. Somehow. Oh!
They look scared. Maybe he's talking about you.
I don't know if he's
Talking
talking
shit.
about me. We're going down to this part of the hospital now if anyone wants to come along. Whoa, it's like a big shower in here. This is actually not great. I don't like it in here. I guess the patients that were the most out of reach in this prison were put in this room, and as you can see, there is absolutely no light in here. It's just tiles.
This is unpleasant. I actually don't.
Murder. Murder was recused. Was somebody in here wrongfully accused of murder? Is that why you're recusing yourself from this interrogation?
Did you like it in here?
Yeah, that little twitchy movement. That's exactly how this room makes me feel on the inside. Ugh.
Did you like it in here? You don't like that question? What happened in here? Why were you put in here?
Now I have to imagine that's sort of mud and not
Caked doo-doo. Certainly looks like a nice turd biscuit, if you ask me. Our next stop is the bar.
They do always know how to lighten things up with a poop joke. A well-timed poop joke.
Shop. And the end of that fun little rhyme is where the fun stops, as this was the location of Joseph Barsock's execution via barber scissors to his neck.
Ooh.
The executor was Freddie Curly Thomas, who also allegedly happened to be Barsock's lover. It's said that Thomas knelt by Barsock's side repeatedly saying, "I love you," as Barsock died, and even in horrifying fashion, licked Barsock's blood. Not pleasant.
I guess I was imagining in sort of a lover's way, sort of like licking
No! A lover's way?
off the, and less like a little cat at it, like.
Well, I was thinking he's like, the guy's on the floor bleeding out, like, and then this person gets down to their level and just starts going,
Oh, that's. I don't like that.
I don't care for that. Look at me.
For anyone out there who's going to stab someone in the
I
neck,
don't care for
let
that at
them have
all,
some peace in
no.
their final moments.
Yeah, yeah.
Do the thing, step back.
Have some courtesy.
All right, so here's the makeshift barber shop. This is where Curly Thomas stabbed Joseph Barsock in the neck.
Good place for a stabbing, honestly.
I mean,
It is.
effective.
It's where to do it. You got a sink. You can wash up afterwards.
So we will, by that logic, put this REM pod right here, and let's see if we can get either Curly or Joseph to walk towards this sink.
To spill their guts.
Joseph Barsock and Curly Thomas.
Oh, they know their names.
Again, the REM pod.
Can you
always
walk towards
delivering.
that sink, please?
Look at this stance.
Now, there was a rumor that you guys were lovers. I get into a lot of arguments with my significant other, and they never end with me stabbing her in the neck with scissors. So I'm just curious
you,
what
Ryan.
led to that.
Good
Well,
conflict
you got-
resolution. I didn't like that question.
You obviously seem to be able to manipulate that device by walking towards the sink. So, every time you walk towards the sink, we're gonna know that that is a yes. Does that make sense?
It's sort of a sink talk. Sink.
Curly.
Sink. Oh,
Oh, there you go. Okay,
That makes sense.
That makes sense to them. Yes.
That's a yes.
And that's both of them. Curly, do you feel regret for what you did to Joseph? If it's a yes, walk towards the sink. Oh, you nasty man.
nasty, nasty.
Now, what are
Yes.
the most common ailments when it comes to a couple? Why do they argue most of the time?
Jealousy.
I obviously pissed someone off.
What's the deal? Was it jealousy?
Was it jealousy?
If you love someone, you don't stab them in the neck with scissors.
Period.
Yeah, I guess you could consider that passion. I don't know why I had to take so long to think about that. Agreed. See, that person agrees. Any of the other gents in this prison who got their hair cut here, why don't you go ahead and walk towards that little sink there if you like the cut you got? Huh. Anybody who cut hair in here with us right now?
Oh.
Oh shit, that's a really big temperature spike.
What? We've got a barber?
Oh, sweetie Todd.
I guess so. You know what he's saying? My cuts were fire.
I guess so.
My cuts were heat. It's that hot, hot heat in Alcatraz. Oh
Wiggle.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, grats to ya.
Our final stop, as it often is the most active part of the building, which is undoubtedly cell 14D, held in cell block D, which was used to house the most dangerous and violent criminals of the prison. Cell 14D was one of 5 solitary confinement cells in this block, or as they were referred to back then, the hole. The hole had no bed, was completely dark, and only had a hole for a toilet. It said that prisoners were forced to be naked, sleeping on the ground of cells.
Oh man, that's brutal. Like, solitary confinement really is like a form of torture, but usually you at least have like a bed with a very thin or no mattress that you can lie on, not just a hole to shit in. That's brutal. And no clothes. My god, that is really barbaric.
That were kept 20 to 30 degrees colder than the rest of the prison. One inmate may have died of supernatural causes in cell 14D. Legend has it that the inmate saw red, glowing eyes and was left screaming in the...
Did I hear the front door? Might have been one of the neighbors.
In the cell for hours. The next morning, he was found dead in his cell with strange marks indicating he had been strangled around his throat, a purple, terrified face, and bulging eyes. Yet, the cause of his death was allegedly never identified.
I still just can't get over the fact that they weren't able to determine his cause of death. They walked in there like, his face is purple, he's got strangle marks, looks like he got strangled. Well, file this one under, I don't know.
It seems like if they have no reservation.
But I mean, obviously, they're not going to necessarily say it was supernatural or one of the guards did it. You know, if he's got no clothes, he can't strangle himself. That's like physically impossible. You lose consciousness, you let go of your neck, you start breathing again. But I guess you could have like a heart attack in the process, possibly. You strangle yourself hard enough. Dunno.
Observations about locking prisoners up in a place affectionately called the hole, then they might not be averse to turning a blind eye when someone
That's very
someone.
true.
Or a demon did it.
True.
Or a demon done it. Yep.
We're in cell block D right now. This is where the 5 solitary confinement cells were, and 14D, aka the hole. And if this is as awful as its description, we might actually see the hole in the ground. I see it. That is gross. So it said that in this cell, somebody may have died from...
At least they've had the courtesy to block up the poop chute. Because, man, that's gonna smell.
supernatural causes.
Even all those years later.
That sounds like a ghost.
Leaving this right here, though, if anyone wants to say anything.
My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane.
Can you tell us our names back to us to let us know you want to communicate? There is legend of somebody in here getting choked out by something with red eyes. Is that a legend? Did that actually happen? Perhaps you'll talk to us alone.
So you got 5 minutes here in the slammer, in the
Okay.
hole.
Well, I'm here, back by yet another hole, and I hope I'm speaking to the purple-faced fella.
Very artistic shot they've got set up here, isn't it?
How are you doing? Do you know that you're dead? Feel free to whisper very gently into the receiver there, and well, you can tell me whatever you want. You want to talk about the person with red eyes who was hanging out with you in here?
Okay.
Nothing.
Hello, it's me. What's actually in here? Is there anything
Hello.
actually supernatural in here?
It's me.
Can anybody who was in this cell tell me your name? Anything that's in here, show your presence right now. Yes.
Let's wrap it up in there.
All right, well, I'm gonna leave now. And like I said, I will be back later, but I will not be as cavalier, nor will I stay as long. So, I don't want to say you blew it, but
You blew it.
You kind of blew it.
And now we move to the final phase of the hunt. Our individual investigation of the entire Alcatraz cell blocks and
Oh, that could not be me. No, I don't got the guts.
hospital wing. So here's how our solo investigations will work.
Ooh. Just full of yawns this evening, sorry.
We'll each have 20 minutes of solid alone time in the location. Shane will go first, and at the end of his time, we'll hide a walkie-talkie in a room inside the building. Once Shane returns, he'll reveal to me the walkie-talkie location. Then it's my turn. I'll enter the building, and only after radioing back to Shane with the hidden walkie-talkie will the clock start on my 20 minutes of solo investigation. Let the games begin.
I mean, opportunity of a lifetime, you have to admit.
No.
How many people are afforded this chance? This is outrageous.
I think you need
That's
to
very
reward
true.
that to how many people would want to do this.
A lot. Adventurers. Yeah, like me. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling ready. I feel like a ghost hunter now.
You look like you.
I think I would do that in the daytime. Actually, if I was given the chance to do it at night, I totally would do it. I'd just be shit scared the whole time. But, like it says, once in a lifetime. Just gotta.
You took 10 shots of Jack.
The weight of this helmet, it sort of, I think, compresses the brain stem in a strange way. Now I'm ready to see some ghosts.
Okay, well, I feel pretty good about you walking upstairs. Are you ready to go?
Yep. This is the privilege of a lifetime. It's pretty neat to be able to walk around Alcatraz by yourself.
Alcatraz.
What is that? I don't know what that is. I guess it could just be the air or something. Sounds like radio static.
You didn't know.
I feel like I've been pretty tame so far on this one, which obviously always changes in this moment when I have to go in there by myself.
Hello, if there's any spirits here. I am Shane Midday. I'm walking down the cell, whatever this is.
You know, gonna check all the boxes and see what happens. Let the gods decide.
You probably don't really have any vested interest in speaking to me. You gain nothing from it.
Maybe today's the day I see a ghost, who knows?
I have this very high-tech microphone here, and what you can do is speak directly into it, and I will hear your whispers. So if you have any messages to share with the world, speak into the microphone, and I will relay that message on youtube.com.
Yeah, I'm scared to see a ghost, but I want to see a ghost.
Speak into my little microphone.
Yeah, story of my life. I have seen some things. It's not like I think I told on the last Ghost Files reaction I did, pardon me. I told stories about like I've seen kind of like shadow people. I saw one particular incident where I possibly saw a shadow person. I've seen like orbs and things like that. But like recently, I don't know if something's going on with my eyesight, or I do have some like neurological symptoms from a condition that I have. So it could possibly do something to do with that, but I get a lot of instances where I'm like walking, or like I'm walking the dog, or I'm out doing something, or I'm just walking around the house, and I swear to God I see like a person standing there. Like you know, you turn around a corner and you see somebody walking towards you, and you turn your head expecting to see them there, and just nobody. And I've just brushed it off now because it happens so often. But yeah, it's kind of weird, kind of freaky. Not gonna lie.
I'm scared that if I see it, I'll have a heart attack and die.
Tear my skin off.
Oh.
Wear it like a little jacket.
I'm scared that if I see it, I'll piss my pants, or shit my pants, or both, or all three at the same time. I'm not sure which order that would occur. I think you probably piss your pants, then have a heart attack, and then shit your pants after death, from my reading.
I thought
Yeah.
at least if I locked myself up in the hole with you,
Seems accurate, really.
maybe a little ghoulie would crawl out, but...
No spooks.
I'm scared of seeing like a little demon in 14D, seeing the red eyes, having Shane walk in there.
Yeah, the hole would definitely be the portion I was looking forward to the least. Let's just put it that way.
Finding my face looking like one of the victims in the ring.
It's very sad to be asking all these ghosts to visit me and none of them will. Years of this now, me just asking for people to hang out with me and nobody showing up.
Scared of the future,
Oh.
but that doesn't really come into play here.
I'm gonna stroll along the cell block for a bit more. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ, did I drop some? What the fuck just happened? Okay. All right.
Hey, Baba Ganoush, what's up?
Did you just
How's
smash
it
his head
going?
on the door frame?
Where are
think
you
you
in the prison?
I was in the hole. I think I heard something.
Where are you now? I'm making my way up to the hospital wing, unless you tell me otherwise.
No, I think that's good. Go up to the hospital wing and go into that murder room.
The toilet with the little cake in it.
Yeah, the toilet that had some fresh frosting inside of it.
Okay, I'm heading up to see the fudge cake. Here it is.
Okay, I want you to ask who defecated in that toilet.
I love it when a sink looks like a face. Look at this fucking guy. Ooh. Oh. Hello, it's me. A funny little sink. Oh, you want some water from me?
Did you get any response?
No, I'm gonna ask. I was laughing at a funny face. Who was in here and who is responsible for whatever's going on there?
Who done the poos?
Okay. Making my way to the operating room where I will place the walkie-talkie for Ryan to come fetch. Here we go, placing. If there's any ghosts in here, here's your last chance. I'm going back outside to see my friend.
There's old long legs. What the fuck? You're walking like a video game version of yourself right now. Let's get this over with.
Well, get on in there, really explore the space.
Hit the cord for the microphone again. I'm just gonna double check it. Everything is A-OK.
Have a good time. You gotta find my walkie-talkie, which I placed very curiously in there.
It's in the operating room?
Yes, it is.
What happened to you in there? Like I care. Let make up your bullshit story.
I did see some pretty spooky stuff. You're not gonna have a good time.
I see.
And I will be praying for you.
Well, that's very comforting knowing that you're an atheist. Alcatraz, are you ready to rock?
This is where
do I
Ryan.
do this
This is
for
where
a
Ryan just
living?
loses his mind.
Why? Oh, shit.
We've been trying to come to Alcatraz for years now. It is truly, it's kind of a dream come true. Whole career is really just a racket for me to be able to enjoy historical sites on my own.
Yeah, that would definitely be me. I love a bit of history.
Without a bunch of fussy little tourists around.
This is the operating room.
This is true.
All right, I found your shitty walkie.
I mean, you just gotta be nasty about it.
You don't have to be nasty about it. It's our walkie.
All right, my time has started. I'm gonna sit in here, give myself some silence. I fucking hate this. What was that? I heard a little scream.
Was that a scream? Or was it just like a seagull in the night? Possibly. It's a lot of
Who's
seagulls.
screaming out here?
But I mean, yeah, I mean, if he's pretty, that room didn't have any windows, so, interesting.
I heard a scream.
I think Ryan is probably muttering to himself. What's the thing he says? He's like, I'm not my fear.
not my fear. I will not let my fear define me. Fear is not my middle name.
Not my fear. I'm stronger than my fear.
But it is. It is his middle name.
Is there somebody over there? I heard a little noise. Came from C block. Oop, I heard like what sounded like a prison door opening or something. Ugh, I hate this place. I don't want to walk down there. Fuck. Adios, turd nuggets. That's the end.
There he is. What'd you do?
Yeah, I did like, you know, the
Yeah, that'd definitely be my sign off. Something along those lines. Adios. Fuck you.
whole stand, turn your light off, bask in the silence.
That's what I was hoping for.
I did hear something when I did that too.
Okay.
Which was not my
Very
favorite part
exciting.
of the day.
Alcatraz, it's been a privilege.
What an honor for us to actually investigate Alcatraz. Not many investigators have said that.
No.
That they've investigated Alcatraz. But now, Madej and Burgooz. Adios.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Once one of the most feared prisons in the world, Alcatraz maintains that notoriety as now one of the most haunted prisons in the world. Did we actually interact with the 3 ill-fated escapees in the utility corridor? Did we pick up the presence of prisoners on Broadway? Did we hear the distant screams of those trapped in this prison? Our job as investigators is to collect and present questions, possibilities. Interpretation, however, belongs solely with you. But for our part, Alcatraz can now be locked away in the Ghost Files.
Oh, jeez. Is that it? Or there's some kind of stinger? There's a stinger.
Hey everybody,
it's just
hope
their
you enjoyed
merge.
that episode of Ghost Files.
I enjoyed that. That was good. Well, as I say, yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a fun episode. They didn't get a massive amount of evidence, like photographs in the last one, or they got, but yeah, it felt like they got more evidence in the last one. I was sad to see they only had like one sort of fan submission. It was a good bit of evidence though, that photograph. Definitely looked like a hand, and it was very interesting. It was definitely grabbed onto the lanyard that she was wearing, and the lanyard was like kind of off to the side. So.
Incredible, methinks. Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the amount of evidence, thought they got some good bits with the REM pod in there. Yeah, they just kept it entertaining by being themselves, didn't they? And it's always cool to learn a little bit more about a location. And Alcatraz is scary as hell! I hope you enjoyed the video as well. If you could like, comment, subscribe, share, and do all of those nice things, I will see you next time.